Well, good morning, Homestead family. Today I'm going to be building a water and feed shed for the chicken yard. Stick with me. We'll be right back after the break and talk about it.
And this Backyard's Chickens, number 11, covers DIY, water, and feeding shed.
Well, welcome back. Have you ever had your chicken feed and your chicken water out in the open, out in your chicken yard, and the sun beating down on the water and gets the water hot, or it gets a little quick shower comes through and it gets all your chicken feed wet and it gnarls it together? They ain't gonna eat it after it's all matted together like that. So what I want to do is build a shed that will protect the water from the hot sun, and it'll also protect the feed in case I get a little shower on it during the day. So the water and feed shed is something I wanted to add to the chicken yard. So I drew out a little plan, got it on paper. Let's take a look at it together so we can see what this project's going what it's going to take to get this project put together. Check it out. Okay, here's our little sketch that we're going to be working on today, our project, and it'll probably take me a couple of days to get this thing done. Here is a top view of the unit, and here is a section BB looking at it from this direction. This is the front elevation of the shed, and here's a section CC which looks at the left side of it. That's over here. So here's the top, front, and the left side. Let me walk through what we're going to do. Is I got 4x4 legs on this unit, and they're pretty heavy duty, and they're going to be concreted into the ground. And the shed itself is going to have a sloped roof. So after I get this sunk into the ground 30 inches deep, it's still going to give me a 9'6" height on the front, sloping down to an 8'6" height on the back. So it's got a 1 foot drop in that, and about a 8-foot span. So that's a pretty good runoff for the roof. And that the 4x4 construction is heavy, which I want it to be, because it's going to be out in the weather, and I don't want it to twist and warp on me. So having the 4x4s is really the way to go. I'm going to use 2x6s on the rest of the frame, on the floor joist, and also on the roof, rafters in the roof. I'm going to cover the deck right here with some 5/4 by 6-inch deck boards, and on the roof I'm going to just use ribbed tin, just flat tin roof. So it's really not anything fancy, not anything too special. It's just a frame with a roof on it and with a little small deck. And the reason I have the deck is I just want to be able to keep it up off the ground, so it doesn't get dirt and stuff in the water is bad. You know how they tend to scratch and kick around. So if I have it up here, it doesn't get it too nasty. The bracing that I'm going to use 9-gauge bracing wire. I'm going to put an X pattern on the back and an X pattern on the two sides, and I'll twist that wire together, which will give it a lot of good strength, because it's open, doesn't have any support on the sides or the back or the front. It's just wide open with 4 stanchions. So having that twisted braided wire on there adds a lot of strength to it that you otherwise wouldn't get. And I think I need it because we get a lot of heavy thunderstorms down here, and having this open through here like this with a roof, it acts as a parachute, and I just don't want it to rip that thing up. So that's why I have it concreted in, and I'm going to be wire bracing the sides to give it a little more strength. So yesterday I went out and I built the frame, the main frame, and got it concreted in the ground and let it sit overnight. So let's go out to the chicken yard and take a look at that and see where we're going to be starting today. Is we got the frame in, and I'm going to start building the deck and also the roof and wiring in the sides. So if you want to build something similar to this for yourself, we'll put some JPEGs of this little sketch on our Homestead Facebook page Hollis and Nancy's Homestead. That way you can adjust it to suit whatever size you want to make for yours. This is just the size I'm making for ours. So I'm going to build 2 of these eventually. One's going to be for the chickens and one's going to be for the turkeys. But I'm just starting off with the ones for the chickens today and get this one going because I want to get them chickens rolling. So let's head on over to the chicken yard and take a look at the frame that's set, and then we'll get to work on building the rest of the parts and getting it assembled. See you over there. Well, here we are. This is the main frame that I've got set in. You can see the 4x4 legs right here, and the start of the 2x6 for the floor joist. And you can now see the slope of the roof taking shape. This is just a temporary 2x4 I've got screwed on here to hold the shape until I could let the concrete dry overnight and keep it all plumb. But I'll be taking that off in a few minutes. But anyway, this is the main shape. It's a good size, basically about an 8x8. So once I get the roof on, I can hang and suspend the water and the feed right here, and it gives the chickens a deck here where they can hop up here and not, scratch all this dirt and everything up into the feed bin. So let's get started and get this show on the road, because this is an exciting build, because it's the last one that I have to do before we can start our chickens. I've got everything else done, so this is our last build, and at this point we'll be ready to start raising chickens and finally getting that first egg. So let's get started. well, sure do thank y'all for joining me on this project on building our water and feed shed for our chickens. It's been a pretty good project for the last 2 or 3 days, and I think we've got it finally ready to go. But take a good overall look at the structure. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I like the open concept and using the bracing wire for structural support. And we got it good and tight, so it gives it a good rigidity, even though it doesn't have walls per se. Having that bracing wire in there gives it the strength as if you had wood on there. Any engineer out there who's ever done a vector analysis understands fully the importance of having these diagonal bracings here to disperse all that stress. But anyway, we got the building built. I got a nice deck put in here. I'm hoping that will give me plenty of relief on trashing up the feed bin as well as the water. Keeping it up out of the dirt and all the debris that's on the ground will help, I believe. So that's why I wanted to go with the decking. In addition to it, add support to the structure. I got a metal roof on the top. I'm pretty happy with it. Came out pretty good. That'll give me plenty of shade to keep the feed dry and keep the water cool. So I'm happy about having that done, and I've got some double snap bolt snaps on the drinker as well as the feeder, so I can adjust it in height anytime I need to suit whatever the chickens are doing, you know. So I think it's a good little build. The good thing about this build is it was my last build for the chicken yard, so at this point we're ready to start with our chickens. So I know it's been a long journey, 16 months it took to get to this last one, but we finally got here. And we'll give you a tour of the entire operation of the chicken setup here in the next couple weeks here. From the very beginning, from the brooder all the way out through the chicken yard, and then at that point we'll start raising chickens and getting our first egg. So we're very happy about that, and we feel very blessed and thankful for the Lord to giving us everything He's given us and provided for us for our chickens. So if you like our channel and you want to be a part of our Homestead family, please subscribe and join up our channel and follow us along on our journey as we bring our new Florida homestead to life. So until me and Nancy and Bing Bing see you next time, always remember, by His hands we are fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen.
Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching our videos. We love making them. If you like our videos, we ask you to partner with us in our mission by sharing our videos from YouTube and post from Facebook to all social medias. It really inspires and encourages us. Some great places to share is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please like if you like this video, subscribe, click the notification button so you never miss another video. Click below for products we used in the videos, and you could also partner with us without spending a penny. We welcome your encouraging comments, prayers, and questions. And thank you for watching and sharing our videos and posts. Have a blessed day.